Get ready for some incredibly outdated Super Bowl halftime show commentary as we finally get episode 36 out of the bag. Al is insane and is using some weird new tool again, while Joe realizes that perfection is kind of boring. Let's head on over to Joe's fort now.
Start then.
Okay, I wanted you to say yes, okay.
Go! Yes, okay! I need to know about copyright law in the Super Bowl!
Here we are at Joe's fort. Yay, Joe! I just also realized what I'm going to be spending most of my time doing this game.
And that would be what? Listening to me read about the Super Bowl and the trademark?
No, but I'm curious about that. This animal insanity. Building cages is what I'm going to be doing.
Why don't you just put them under your drawbridge and smash them to death?
I bought them so I can have food! Are you insane?
I mean, maybe. I haven't been to a professional to be tested, so when the jury is still out, could any of us be insane, really? Like, considering...
Could any of us be? Yeah.
How would you know? Like, insane...
That's the thing. What if I'm right now in a mental institution, like...
It doesn't even have to be that. Like, maybe there's just some quality of meanness that is, like, off somehow. Maybe I have Asperger's and it's undiagnosed. Or not Asperger's, because that's not the thing. Autism or something.
I mean, I'm here validating and saying you're functional enough to be like...
Okay. I don't do well with other people's emotional states, though.
Yeah, well, you're an idiot, but that doesn't make you mentally ill.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of saying, like, if you put anyone, like, take 10 people off the street and put them into an MRI, a large number of them are going to have slipped discs. It's whether or not the slipped disc affects your ability to live. Like, we're all got something going on, but,
There was that scene in House where they were going to do a full body scan because they couldn't figure out what the patient had, and he was like, this is stupid. If we do a full body scan, we will find something wrong with them because everybody has something wrong with them.
Yes. That's not going to be the thing that's causing the symptoms we're worried about.
Yes.
I agree with that.
I appreciate your validation of my normalcy, Joe. I validate that you are also normal.
What if, though, I'm just hearing a voice in my head talk about being normal?
You saw me in person, though. You know that's not true anymore.
I mean, that whole thing could have been a...
That would be a pretty wild... Usually people don't have those kinds of hallucinations long term. Like
that's fair, yeah.
That's a Hollywood type thing.
You can see people. I've been close to that. These logs.
Man, I keep hoping for some kind of weird, like, mental experience. It does. It's
keep hoping, like...
Yeah.
Just crossing your fingers, hoping something cracks out in your brain.
I would love to, if it was legal and I could be assured that nobody I knew would find out about it, I would absolutely do psilocybin mushrooms.
Ah, I see. I don't think just, like, wishing for it is going to really...
I've heard that fasting can trigger that. I fasted on Monday, and it made me feel a little bit lightheaded, which was fun, but, like...
It'd be kind of funny if you were never... just, like, physiologically incapable of having that, no matter, even if you ate mushrooms, you'd be like, oh, that was tasty,
I just felt
but, like, nothing happened.
You guys got any more than mushrooms?
Here's where I'm at, by the way.
Okay.
A 13, some 5s.
Yes,
it's interesting when I rank them. Look at this, though. When I rank them, some 4s come up ahead of 5s.
That is weird. Do you have an idea of... Are you pointing that out because you're like, and here's why that is, or do you genuinely not know?
No, I just noticed that. I think it's because it's technically still ranking by, like...
have you read them recently?
In that skill.
Okay.
And so technically this 4 is going to learn faster than this 5. That's my guess. Also, I am sticking stupidly to lavish meals. I think it's been well established that that's the wrong choice, but I don't care.
Yeah, you've mentioned this every time we play, so that's fine.
It's a thing.
I remember last week, Joe. I'm just sitting here sad that this is not a Caves of Cud recording week, because I played a lot of that last night. Sort of got my Steam controller going and played for like 3 hours. I gotta set that up,
man. I bought that when it was whatever, like $1 or whatever they do, that deal. Poults have hatched, baby!
Woo!
I am making chickens.
I didn't realize that was like the baby form of poultry.
I guess.
I've been
looking at those nests forever. What are you talking about?
No, I know. I'm talking about the word poult.
Oh, I have no idea if that's correct or not. Maybe for turkeys or something? I don't know. Someone's sitting next to we had to train these guys. A Google machine?
I'm looking up.
And one of us is not.
A poult is a young domestic chicken, turkey, pheasant, or other fowl being raised for food. Hey, don't assume my intention. These might be war turkeys, okay?
All right, duck, goose.
According to the DSMgroup.com, by the way, can you use the word Super Bowl in your advertising or marketing? Well, yes, but not really, but sometimes, but probably not.
It's just such an ubiquitous word that I feel like I feel like my brain's like, of course you can. They must have used it, but I bet if I went and watched like ads where I'm so sure they've used it that
they're like,
might not
the big game is coming up. I'm surprised that the NFL hasn't trademarked the phrase "the big game." NFL trademarked the terms Super Bowl and Super Sunday.
Bone carver has been possessed.
Even went as far as trademarking slogans, catchphrases, and team names associated with the NFL teams.
Slipnarkin?
Yeah.
Sort of related. Okay, so I got a mood, by the way. Somewhat related. Did you hear that McDonald's lost their trademark exclusivity of Big Mac in Europe?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
Did it become common usage for hamburger, and so they couldn't say it anymore?
They just botched the trial entirely.
Oh, really?
Also, there's some bad will between the Europe and American with trademarks. Apparently, there's like a history of like, you can't trademark things over here that are American. It's not like obviously all out war, but there's some.
I gotta say, they're like
bad blood,
making it so you can sue people for using memes, which I'm not in. I don't know that that's actually happened yet, but it makes me less inclined to be on their side. On the whole
that's criminal.
Of that
This is civil or whatever. At any rate, there's always some heads butting here and there. But McDonald's, there's a Super Mac, I think it is, in Ireland that's got a Big Mac on their menu or wanted to or something along those lines. The
name of the restaurant is Super Max.
Super Max, yes, MAC. And so they were like, look, McDonald's, we've been around before. McDonald's expanded over here, and McDonald's, all the lawyers did was point to the Wikipedia page for Big Mac and bring in a menu. According to some accounts, they may have done more.
It sounds like an upcoming episode of Bad Ideas, Joe.
I'm Joe.
I'm Al.
Yeah, and then they ended up losing it. They also, although the European court was like, people buying Big Macs for the past 50 years is not proof that you have Big Macs being sold. I would look into it. It's fascinating. I'm not giving the greatest account of it ever, but
yeah, it sounds like the kind of thing that I need to research.
But Burger King, after this happened, their menu was just all about like, the Whopper was literally named, better than the Big Mac, and the Quarter Pounder or whatever. I don't know the Burger King burgers, but all of them were like
you can't trademark the phrase Quarter Pounder, Joe.
Right, but all
it
of them
is a
were,
unit of measurement.
Quarter Pounder's McDonald's. No, they didn't lose that if they have it. You're right, probably though.
I know for a fact that Hardee's does Quarter Pounders.
We're going full Pulp Fiction now because they don't have a Quarter Pounder in England.
It's the El Royale. It's in France, you animal.
It's a Royale with cheese. They used to talk about Amsterdam.
Bad times at the El Royale with cheese.
What are you talking about?
Directed by Eli Roth.
I don't know what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about Pulp Fiction. At any rate, the entire Burger King menu, every burger was related to the Big Mac somehow. It's like a better burger than the Big Mac, a bigger burger than the Big Mac.
You talking about Super Mac?
No, Burger King did this because it's just open for anyone now.
Oh, wow. I thought you were
Super
saying...
Mac didn't gain exclusive rights to Big Mac, but McDonald's lost exclusive rights to Big Mac. Boom! Yak Bone Helm!
If you're saying I'm just like the other guy, aren't you really sort of diminishing your position in the market? Like, if that's your only claim, is just like, yeah, better than the Big Mac. Like, you haven't actually then set up your own identity. You're just, like, hopping off of somebody else's identity.
Awesome helms. It's Burger King we're talking about? I don't think they're,
They are pretty bad, aren't they? The one that I have Sleek here turbans. In my town got written up for, like, having, like, sewage on the floor. And they were shut down, and rats and stuff. And then they opened back up, and the food's still bad. And you'd think that, like, corporate would send somebody down to make sure that
after the sewage was on the floor,
like,
maybe
really wanted this one to be solid, guys. Yeah,
this is good stuff. This fort, I mentioned this a couple times too, is like my best fort ever. It's really frustrating. Bizarre
what do you see when you look at that mine that's sort of on the upper right hand side of the screen right here?
I'm sorry, it's been like 20 minutes and we barely discussed anything that's going on the screen.
Well, I'm bringing it back around.
No, I don't think so. I see like a sword.
I do too.
Like a dagger
it's like a
with
Minecraft
handles?
sword. It's got like the hilt is like wonky. Like that part is not doing it for me. But it's like a whole big.
You need some vitamin D, but yes. Oh, this part's Well, the blade is like way too. It would work if this hilt would work with these handles. If the blade was like way out here.
That's your project, Joe. Extend that blade so it looks.
I mean, I guess to be fair, I am literally just
messing around with cages. Did you get your cages out?
These cages are all built, and I've slaughtered what I want to slaughter. I guess I should put into everything that can go into the pastures in the pasture. So what is in these cages? It's a good question. Yeah, good question, Joe. Watch as Albert falls yet again for the cook that is a were-mammoth. Ugh. Hang on, let me get the shutters out of my system as we could turn to your fort.
What?
What?
What are you saying, Joe? We don't do that on this one. So here we are back in my fort where my cooks are busy cooking away, preparing some easy meals.
Let's get a status update on your cooks as we start.
That's a good idea. We forgot to do that at the end of the previous one.
Horrified. Yeah.
I forget why he's horrified, Joe, but that's okay. Mine are at 7, 4, 2, 1, 1, and 0. And I have a level 11 one just sitting out here. I don't know why. He's a mechanics guy, but we're gonna take him off of that. And
I like how 0 is actually put in there. It's like you haven't.
It's better than nothing.
I know. Well, is it?
Them.
It's 0.
1, 2. That means that like that's when you've like picked the instrument up and realized how much you have left to learn. That's what's going on with 0. Let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This is very Sesame Street. Let's
we
count
want
these.
10, right?
1,
we want
2,
10,
3, 4.
10 level 20s?
That's the deal.
Okay. Well, they're just going to get cooking. And these guys are cooking into were-mammoths. I forgot. Oh, that's why Einod's not on there. Right.
Why not?
Because he's a were-mammoth, Joe.
Right. That is true.
Can I just remove people from this list since
Possibly.
I can't?
Check it out. See, right-click on them and see if you can just be like, don't see them. Customization? No.
Doesn't seem like it.
You can rename them to like were guy.
That's not a bad idea. Hold up. Were-mammoth.
Mammoth.
Not a cook. Aww. Okay, fine. Where?
Oh, you just hit enter. It cut it down for you.
Oh, would it have?
It looked like it did, yeah. You pulled it back up.
Alright, we've committed those changes.
He's apparently doesn't have the right equipment. But isn't so unhappy.
Oh, there's some migrants who come.
How do you know?
Oh, I thought that's why I thought it had paused. Nope. Merchants need a trade depot to unload their goods, is what's going on there. Thought I had a trade depot
it got
set
destroyed,
up.
clearly. Buy something.
Okay, well, I think we can build it pretty quickly.
I agree.
Let's see. Do I have any blocks? I don't. I'll just build with what's close then.
Logs are usually pretty quick. I don't know if you know this, but things made out of wood are lighter than things made out of stone.
Were-mammoth. Transformed into a dwarf.
Spelled differently.
Good.
Both ways. You missed an M.
Yeah, I did. This is the were-mammoth?
Ah! Yes. That urban legend.
Yeah, the were-mammoth man. Where my Mothman at? We're gonna build some more kitchens. I just built that one out of iron bars for some reason.
Why not?
Because they're right there is why. We'll build this one out of logs. That's the Iron Chef,
yes.
Joe. All of my kitchens are made out of iron.
That was a suggestion a couple episodes ago, but you went with the Great British Bake Off because it's outside.
Well, so it was going to be Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
How would all the kitchens being made out of iron would make it the Iron Chef?
I would be happy with that. Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking. Hammer. We're doing good on this. I'm going to go in my. Actually, I'm going to let them build this because I want this to get done. But in a minute, I'm going to go on my military screen and make sure that they all have some stuff.
Weapons.
Come on, build my teapot. Who's needs architecture?
Oh, and you have that new thing in Dwarf Therapist too that you're using.
Oh, the optimization. Yes. So let me double check that it's not like borking me somehow. Sorting by architecture. Oh, yep. It's doing that thing again. You know what? Everybody is on architecture. Just all the... I want... There's no reason... I don't care how good you are. I need to edit the... How do I get this done?
I don't know.
Okay.
Usually there's... Oh, you have to sort for it to be like, there's X number in this group, but then you can click the top number, but...
Okay. We'll get it done.
That should get it done, yes.
Get her done! Oh, some migrants have arrived this time, Joe. Okay. Let's let them come onto the map for a minute.
They're coming in under these trees? Is that what's happening? Yeah, I see.
Well, there's a level up here, and then it goes down. Let's go ahead and read for them.
Read for them.
Read for the migrants. All right, that's Were Mammoth. He's no good. They didn't send us anybody who's good at cooking, Joe.
Nope.
We'll go ahead and do our optimize thing with all the new migrants. You're gonna commit that change.
Now, you have some architects, but that seemed to have wiped out a lot of people from all of your jobs, and...
Yeah, that was weird.
I don't think that did... You keep using this word.
Oh, first of all, we might not be using the right plan.
Well, there we go.
Commit that.
And add some more architects, I would say.
And also, it's gotten rid of hauling completely.
Yeah.
So that's not great. I need to edit that. I thought I had done correct with that, but I didn't, so...
You need mechanics, too. I wouldn't take that off. You have one guy on it.
I have somebody on mechanics. Edit optimization plan. Okay. First of all, let's find... Where is our
haulers.
architecture?
It's a checkbox that they have for you up in the top.
Yeah, and we'll just put that... You could have put it to 100%, but then... It's not 100% of the dwarves. I don't understand that. Architecture, we want like 4 of those.
Yeah. Now let's do it. Let's run that algorithm again.
One more time.
One more time. Do.
No, don't. He's not on. No. He can be on everything else, but not that.
I'll do everything.
And optimize. Commit. No, didn't do it right. One more again. Commit. There we go.
It still isn't a lot of... I don't understand. I mean, I know...
it doesn't have hauling very high. It does not give you a ton of haulers.
This Tanner is very drowsy.
I've never seen this morning before, Joe.
He's either locked away somewhere or he's stuck trying to do something and he cannot sleep.
I'm going to look for him. He's in a bed.
Well,
he's just
stupid.
Like a teenager. Oh, so drowsy. Couldn't get out of bed.
No, he just had a long shift and didn't...
something.
He toggled into drowsy before he got to his bed.
Okay,
the warning is there because...
unloaded.
Woo! Look at all that meat.
Let's see what we get. Do we have any gems? No, we don't really. We should have some prepared food barrels.
Yeah, you're pretty good there.
I don't want to sell all of them, but I'll sell like almost all of them.
I mean... Okay,
what?
No, it's fine. It's like you're clearly going to be making these with 8 cooks and 8 kitchens.
Okay.
And you're going to be trading for food, I imagine. So it's not exactly a...
Let's see what else we've got. We've got a lot of... How's our wine situation looking? We could sell some of that, too.
It doesn't sell great, but yeah.
Does it not? Okay. I just want to make sure I don't have, any... I've got tons of iron bars. That's good. I'm going to not do that, actually. Crafts... Finished goods bins. I don't know what that probably is. Oh, that's probably our mugs.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Mostly.
We're going to make some of those. That's a weird thing that I haven't gotten used to doing, even though it's been like 3 updates.
All right, we do want a trader at the depot. He's currently planting seeds. Cancels. Eat. Job item lost or destroyed. Yeah, we're selling all y'all's food, baby. What's this petition for? Approve.
Even though they never actually eradicate monsters.
They go and fight them sometimes, if they show up.
I've never seen like a forgotten beast get taken down by one of those guys.
I feel like I have. Okay. Have everything moved? I can't tell. They're still running, so I guess we're still moving stuff. There's also, like, I know that it doesn't look like a large number of haulers, but things seem to be getting hauled at a reasonably good rate, so
yeah.
That's not too bad.
Oh, your roof, that's right.
Sunset. Yep, I was working on that for a while. Okay, what is this guy mad about?
I was just about to ask that.
Oh, he's just sad.
Is he?
He's not, like,
Try
he doesn't
B?
have...
Or get his name and go to the sunk into depression. Yeah, but he'll still make things?
Why is he...
I don't know.
Okay, let's look at him. Preferences?
That's not him. That's a different guy.
No, it's him.
Oh, I swear it was Mulan or something. Minkot is the depressed one.
Okay. How do I see... Is it... No, it's not wounds. It's Z for status. And then we can see his thoughts. Tremendous stress is placed on her in depression. Didn't feel anything after a lack of decent meals. You're in charge of cooking them!
Unable to pray.
Lonely.
Unable to... Something happened that scared her maybe away from doing these stuff, because you have meals and you have a temple. Do you have a temple?
I'm pretty sure I do. I'll double check on that in a second. I'm going to go ahead and hit T here and see sort of what my value is. That's 60,000? That's not bad. Now we want to just buy all of the sort of raw materials for cooking that they have. They sent a lot. They sent so much. Did I ask for that last time?
You must have, yes.
Good stuff. Yes. Oh, their value is still pretty high. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chop, chop, chop. Prepared.
2,000%. Skink meat. Red panda meat. Oh, God.
Tripe. Sweet bread.
Peregrine falcon meat. Wow, they don't...
Yeah, there's what is it? Lizard meat. Brain. This is a good haul, Joe.
Look at that. Well
yes.
done. Here comes that Super Bowl halftime show talk I warned you about.
I have to say, I think I said this last week, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I've started in my own personal fort the practice of assigning specific weapons and specific armor to people just to make sure that, like, everybody is equipped. It's very nice.
I don't know if you will, but what happens when I do that, or used to do that, and then what ended up happening was it becomes a bit tedious.
Well, so this is my first squad. So my fort's not huge, but I've got 10 guys, and I'm like, I definitely want these 10 guys to be able to hit a monster with a thing, and not a Raimi sock, please.
I agreed. What I'm saying, though, is you sort of will back off. One way to do it is to do the standard, like, just wear this uniform, and then see what they, like, refuse to pick up. Because there's always one guy who's like, I don't have any boots. You're like, you have 40 boots. Go get some boots. And then specifically designate those guys. I do not want to let the giant cave toad out. In other words, let them automate it, but once they screw up, then you can be like, okay, hang on. You're right. You do need help finding this.
I think I need to learn to really take the process seriously, though. I think that's sort of where I'm at.
Yes. I think I've also upped my game there as well.
If I get granular with, like, everybody needs to be doing this, then hopefully that'll help me learn to make sure that everybody's got equipment and stuff.
So they won't take him out... Interesting. They won't take him out of the cage to pasture them. You have to release them to pasture them, but they clearly will take them out to butcher them. I'm wondering about cages. Cages are fun.
What if you have an animal in a cage and then you destroy the building with X?
Deconstruct? Yeah, just
do they just pick it up and move it with the animal in, or does the animal stay?
It's not like the Prestige where the cage collapses and the bird disappears.
I thought maybe like they would chop the cage up into pieces, confusing. And then the animal would be free.
They just move the cage, animal and all, into the storage area where it then gets treated differently.
That's
you
annoying.
can have animals in your storage area in unbuilt cages, and they're like, we don't know how to feed these things, we don't know what we're doing, and the animals will starve. I need a lot more refuse with this cook-off going on.
It's a cook-off. I really want to say I definitely appreciated you retweeting the fixed Super Bowl sweet victory edit. That was delightful.
And that was weird. It was weird. It was weird that they even put that bit in, and putting that bit in probably angered more people than if they had just done nothing at all.
Yeah, well, they also built it up ahead of time. Where, like, the bands...
I thought that was, like, us building it up ahead of time.
No, apparently Maroon 5 was, like, tweeting SpongeBob GIFs, and the NFL people said, we're going to honor, Steven Hillenbrand at the Super Bowl, and then they... This is my subjective opinion, but they introduced just a terrible rap song with, like, the cool, horn intro of Sweet Victory.
Yes, it was like they were introducing that second performer, which was terrible. The whole thing I didn't exactly dig.
I didn't watch any of the... I clicked on the halftime show. Like, I got home from church and I was like, okay, what's going on with the Super Bowl? And it was the halftime show, and I was like, well, kids, I guess you can watch Puppy Dog Pals for 20 minutes because there's nothing here that I'm interested in. And then there wasn't anything else that I was interested in either.
Yeah,
Stupid defense.
Wait, so you did watch it?
I watched the second half, which, I mean, again,
and just through osmosis got the
I've heard people on Reddit were all mad about it.
Yeah, osmosis.
Yes, well, I saw I saw that specific thing linked on YouTube.
I could put these honeybees in a cage?
That's actually really interesting. I don't know what you do with them. Can you have war honeybees? Can they be trained?
Just because you have something doesn't mean you can make it into a war animal. That is in the
raws?
In the raws, yes. Wait, one of these was suspended. All right.
Cooking a masterpiece.
These cages. So I was wondering, like, this guy's got a bunny on him, but there's no one in this. Is that bunny just hanging out there, like on that cage? It's it's confusing. Oh yeah, he just hopped over. Okay, that's cool.
Looking here,
hanging out in the cages.
Any area that isn't freezing and can spawn after embark, even if not originally present,
will be
transferred into artificial hives.
Oh,
reading about bees here.
And the birds.
It actually doesn't say anything about them being caged.
I mean, the way I'm picturing these cages, that would just be an exercise in futility.
Well, I mean, the honeybees, if you put the honey in there with the honeycomb and like the queen, they'll just hang out. But then that's just a hive.
That's just building a cage around a hive, yeah.
Isn't a hive just really a cage, Joe? Aren't we all in cages to society?
No.
I mean, arguably, kind of, yes.
I mean, yes, insofar as we're like, also in cages to oxygen, and look at all these. Like,
you don't walk
this
outside wearing pants on your head because, like, you've been taught by society not to do that. There's a lot of options
that also,
limit
pants
you.
aren't designed to go in my head, so I kind of have to agree with the society there.
Okay, but see, the design is the cage in that case. The fact that you have accepted the fact that they were created to do it.
The design makes sense. Am I building any pots? I am, down here. Here's some pots. Good. Because there's a lot of meals just hanging out. Turkey fat, goat fat.
What was the purpose of hats originally? Was it like a rain deterrence thing? Keep the sun off you? I don't know enough people who go outside very often to actually assess the functionality of hats in the 21st century.
That's an Ask Historians. It's ripe for Ask Historians, Albert.
I'm gonna go Wikipedia and look up hats.
Yeah. I just edited a Dwarf Fortress where you were just completely off the off the reservation. The mustard was completely off the hot dog.
Well, I'm glad we've gotten back on track.
Like, I'm sitting here trying to make my cooking challenge work, and you're like, I'm gonna go on Wikipedia and look up hats.
No, that's what's happening now, Joe.
Yes.
That's this. What? That's not the thing you edited. It's happening currently.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying right now, this is... What? I'm not crazy. Oh, it's time to make soap manufacturing.
Why? Why is this something you're going for now?
Because I have...
Everything else going right? And you just...
I have 129 blobs of dog tallow.
And that's all you can do with them, huh?
No, you can cook with them, but I like doing this.
I wish tallow was cheaper.
I've never priced it.
It's not like expensive, but it's more expensive than shortening. I want to cook some French fries with beef tallow, and
that does sound good.
Because Malcolm Gladwell really talked him up on his podcast, but
you just do whatever Malcolm Gladwell says.
Yeah, don't you?
No, I'm angry at him. I don't have very many of these guys. I need more of them. That's what I'm doing now.
I think it's important to, like, remember that people are fallible, and they could say a wrong thing and still not be, like, the worst person.
He's the worst. I think a lot of his ideas that were fascinating 10 years ago are coming around to bite us in the ass as a society. Paper maker? No, you're a hunter. That's fine. Cooking? Oh, you're a cook. You're a cook. You're a fisher? Really? All right. I need more plant processors, but I don't want to accidentally put someone in the military in plant processing. Why are you sad? Boredom?
Yeah, I've had that happen on some of my personal plays as well.
Oh, miasma.
And that, yeah.
The moods are definitely, it's very interesting. They are different and they are tricky. I've mentioned getting your mayor set up is pretty helpful.
I have a barony going in one of my forts, and that's weird. I don't know what that does for me exactly, except sometimes he's like, we can't export greaves.
I've never paid attention to that ever. Maybe I should. Oh, and so DF hack, this is something I definitely noticed. We'll take like threadbare, completely worn clothing.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Penny's eating my blankets.
Speaking of threadbare clothing.
Not a mole man, mind you. A mole rat man. They're just throwing everything they got at you, giant
for stuff.
Rat heart.
Good strategy. There's so much
I asked her
still
animals.
going.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. That's all they brought.
Wow.
I will call that a good haul, and I'm actually gonna remove some of these because I don't want them to get too cocky.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Probably that. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and one more.
So can we do that now?
Yes.
Ecstatic with the trading.
Well, one barrel's like $10,000. There's no change in that barrel.
Oh, Stonefall Trap toppled by what's his face?
Throwing tantrum.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Do you have a temple?
So I thought I did. Let's go down here.
I mean, I thought you did too, but...
This is a meeting area.
You've not made it a temple yet.
Oh, right. It can still be a meeting area, and I can make it a temple. And for no specific deity.
That should help some things.
I said I wanted to go into my squad. Now that we have the taut vessels, they're our main people. We're gonna go to equip with the E, and then
the two mescent vessels.
So the check mark is by stuff that they have.
Yes, but then sometimes it says yes, and then I look at a Dwarf Therapist and it says no. So I'm a little confused about this, to be honest.
They need more handwear. They seem good on footwear, and they need more shields or bucklers. Let's check our JMQ. We are working on greaves and high boots. There's one more remaining on that. I will MQ. Let's do some iron bucklers. Let's do like 20 of those just to sort of get good. And I also want to queue up some statues for my temple. I'll also do 20 of those. I think we're sitting pretty on the amount of food that we have, so I'm happy about that. We are, let's see, we're working on our kitchens. I'm gonna put down some floors here so I can continue to be able to see where they are in the sort of chaos of the overworld. And one right here.
Chaos of the overworld. Chef.
Granite's at the top. And we're gonna build some more kitchens.
2, 4, 6. This will be 8.
There's also the one sort of off somewhere that I forget where it's at.
It's at the top, and then there's one at the bottom, I think.
I think you're correct. Now, I want to check on my smelter and make sure that... Okay, wood furnace is what I mean. We want ash. I'm going to put that on repeat. And so I can go up here and fertilize my fields with seasonal. I think they do have fertilizer, but I just want to make sure that it's staying current, and I will cut down a bunch of trees so that can happen. Because you make ash continually out of trees. All right, the greaves have been completed. That's good stuff. He's trying to find a
man has been transformed. Excellent.
I'm going to see if there's anybody in the area that I can kill that's not... Okay, so here's a... What's a Mulmarian? I don't know if these things are in the... No, they can't be, right? Like...
What?
So, like, the rattlesnake, it's not in a cage from the merchants.
Think so?
I just want him to get out.
You bought everything that they had.
I did.
A hideous monster that has the body of a giant mole rat and the torso of a mole rat man. Relatively uncommon creatures found in caverns. What you don't know is if they're in the cavern someplace really hard to get to, and you're just sending them off.
Well, I just sent them to kill the rattlesnake, and here they go. That took longer than I would have liked. For 10 people to kill one rattlesnake.
It's basically a centaur, but instead of human and horse, it's mole person and mole rat. They are immune to pain?
Wow. Forge iron breastplate has been completed. The merchants have embarked. This is going pretty good, Joe. Not as
I agree.
Unfailingly perfect as your fort, but I'm pretty happy here, all things considered. We've got a guy as a swords dwarf. Everything's kind of humming along down here. I don't really want to interrupt the flow, so my guys can cook as much as possible. I am going to pop down here and just read real quick. How did I go down on the...
Oh, you didn't go...
I thought I had a 7. Okay.
You had an 11. Maybe someone died? I don't know.
You have the meal on continual, so that's...
Yeah, they're cooking away. Cook.
Yeah, cook faster! I guess they need to be better to cook faster, huh?
I don't know if it affects speed. I'll look that up.
I also don't know if I actually need 10 kitchens, or if they're sort of in and out enough where the amount that I have would be enough.
We have 9 now, so...
Yeah, we're not
10?
making any masterpiece stuff yet, though. Cancels drink. Job item lost or destroyed. I'm not going to worry about that too much yet. Everything else seems to be going well. He's become a swords dwarf. I don't know why I'm hitting the W and sword so hard. Thimble has slipped into depression. I wonder if any of these...
Cooks are notorious for choosing ingredients poorly. Interesting.
I'm going to put that at the top. Who's my manager? Is he, manager? Cogsack.
Frozen milk gets cooked into prepared meals as a solid. That's weird.
Okay, he's just running around. I want to make sure he's not... Oh, interrupted by a giant mantis. Hey, here's something for our squad to do.
I'm not saying anything about time versus quality.
And another rattlesnake. We'll just do the mantis for now. Go! He can probably fly, huh? Oh, did I cancel that? Crap. No, they're not. All right. I want to be where he's at. Giant mantis.
I want to be where he is at.
Oh, well, yeah, he's stupid flying.
He's stupid flying.
He is.
He's going up and down, it looks like.
Well, at least it'll get him out of the fort, is part of the reason why I just occasionally send people out to try this stuff.
There they go, look at him!
I'm just going to run around like, where's he at? I don't know.
Get some fresh air. Not be cooped up inside all day. It's like,
just running back and forth.
They got him.
Did they?
Maybe not. I don't know why you went to that screen.
I don't know either. I hit L. They're forbidden bronze bolts.
Huh. And leopard, it was a leopard skeleton.
I guess they shot a leopard to death.
That's
real good.
Hunter, I guess. Hit S? No, they didn't get him.
They did.
Looks like they left.
No, they're just running around after him, so he's... Oh, there's another one too. Great.
Oh. Is the reclining bicycle really that big of an invention? DF Hack will sometimes strip dwarves if their clothes are too threadbare, and then they walk around without a shirt on and get angry. And I've started to realize that you really should make clothes a little more often because of that.
Interesting.
Before they would just sort of sit there and just be in horrible clothes, but not exactly be naked, and so it would just be like, okay, but...
You didn't buy any clothes with that caravan that came through?
I might have. I'm not saying it's happening here. I'm just saying this is a thing I've noticed. So I like to make cloth socks now and then. Also cloth shoes, which bugs me, but
it's like a ballet slipper. They're made out of silk or whatever.
Who's gonna wear that in like a dwarf fort? That's crazy.
Miners, they need to have sure footing.
Yeah.
They don't have rubber, Joe. The vulcanization process has not been developed yet. John P. Goodyear doesn't exist in Dwarf Fortress world.
Pulling that out. Ridiculous. Building a wood furnace.
Do you think we're still discovering things by complete accident?
Occasionally, yes.
I guess it's interesting. I say by accident. Goodyear was trying to figure out a way to make better rubber, and he was trying a lot of things, And then the thing that like ended up making the better rubber, I want to say he like accidentally like dropped it on the stove or whatever.
Something like that, yes.
And that ended up actually improving the rubber more than everything he was trying. So there's the interesting dichotomy that you have to be trying to do the thing to get it right. Maybe not all the time. You're definitely more likely, but it might not be the thing that you're trying to do that actually ends up working out. Saving.
I've actually been reading a lot of these. When reading a book on inventions, and a fair amount where like they couldn't recreate it because they didn't understand what it like. They ran through a process, and it turns out that something had broken in like the pressure cooker or something that they were using to cook molybdenum or whatever. I also love that in that era of like the 40s and 50s, people are like, let's take this element and perform this drastic change to it and see what happens. And then Shazam, nylon. But, so they would just leave cookers overnight and stuff, and they made this one thing and couldn't replicate it. It turned out the seal on the pressure cooker was not as good as they like it should have been. So it wasn't actually like under pressure as much.
Under pressure. What's the name of the book? I would love to read it.
Inventing the 21st Century.
Nice.
It's okay.
Okay.
I wanted somehow more out of it. It's got also like the reclining bicycle is in there, and I'm like, I don't really... What? Why are you putting this here?
That's, there wasn't that much... Maybe they ran out of things that were invented in the 21st century. It's like, well...
I mean, you go from the mouse to, like, the reclining bicycle, and I'm just like, I don't understand this at all. Not at all.
You can skip stuff in books, too,
Yeah, but I like to try and read all of this. Misk, I need lie.
This sort of goes back to what I was saying about, like, ignoring some things people say without just completely writing them off. I think we need more of that in our culture at large, Joe.
Nope. How many pulps
just
do I have?
Just the ability to judge, like, that thing you said was dumb. I don't hate you as a person, and I don't think you're evil. I just think you were wrong about a thing, and maybe you're right about other things. I want more of that in our life, Joe.
I mean, that's fair enough. Again, with Gladwell, though, he's so ubiquitous and so everywhere, and I think he's become a big influence.
Well, also, I think Gladwell's really just chasing down ideas that interest him.
Yeah.
And,
Why do you always take Gladwell's side?
I enjoy his podcast.
Okay, what was the mnemonic?
88
Bridge
Dynamite, Goodbye
left.
Eddie.
It's like the 8th time we made that joke.
It's the second time we've made that joke.
Wait, watch this.
Do you know what the mnemonic is for?
Yeah, where the bridge is.
What?
Chunk!
No, the
Did you see
88
that?
Dynamite. Yes, I did. It's beautiful.
It
If
is.
you start
It really
flipping
is.
that with dwarves, will they, like, get hit by the traps, too?
Oh. Why? Yeah, no. It misses dwarves. I have a really, really intricate microchip system that I built.
Okay.
With, it senses race. And so it knows to not hit dwarves, Albert. Yes, they'll get messed up. In fact, for a while, I think they've patched this out. A great way to train your soldiers was to build a room with wooden spears that would go up and down, and they would sit there and learn to dodge. And not get killed because they were wooden spears. They would get messed up, but they would not get killed.
What happened to that? You said it was patched out?
Yeah, I don't know, it just became too dangerous, whatever they...
You are having...
I mean, it's obviously, you can't patch things out in Dwarf Fortress exactly, but the dynamics change so that if you try that, you'll have a bunch of armless, dead dwarves.
Okay. A lot of pet people in your animal section. Did they just bring those with them?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't ever make things available to be pets, so yeah. And of course, I have the stupid no rock nuts, which is also kind of killing me. I gotta get on this cheese. Maybe that's right. That's the key. That's the T.
That's the beehive.
Another farm.
I don't have that book at my library, Joe.
What?
Inventing the 21st century.
Oh,
Or 20th century.
Shazam. I like the way you move it.
There's a really
Wasn't part
good
of the
little book that I read a while
you
back
liked.
called, I don't want to say it's just called The Turn of the Screw, but it was about the history of the development of the screw, because the guy was like, what was the most important development of the era between 0 and 1000 BC? And he came up with the screw. It was really interesting. He also had the button. He said the button was important at the time.
I think the screw is bigger. The screw is more technically intricate. It's really hard to make a screw.
Yeah, well, they were making them by hand for a while,
with that
too.
spiral, if you're not accurate with that, you just have a wood-splitting device.
You imagine being the guy who's like, all right, I'm going to go file some screws today.
I don't know how they, they would make like 2 a day, maybe even less. It's a machine making screws is a huge step forward, too.
That's all in the book. It's not a long book. It's a delightfully short book.
And the Turn of the Screw is like an O. Henry classic novel, isn't it?
It might be.
Ash, right? Yes. Actually, no. I'm going to do this in the thing. Jam to Ash.
Henry James, according to this.
No. How do I do this? Soap. How do I do this? Make lie. And then I need a soap making workshop? A soap maker's workshop. Yes. I'm not sure I need an ashery. But we'll see.
One good turn is what it's called.
Yeah. Deserves
it's
another.
On here for like $11, and I don't want to encourage people to pay $11 for this book because it's very short. It's like a delightful little 60 to maybe 100 page paperback.
Yes. Yeah, that's a lot for $11. $11 is a lot for that.
Yep. According to this, I lied. It's 176 pages in paperback.
Why are you lying to our listeners, Albert?
Why am I looking up one good turn?
I don't know. Albert realizes just how many dwarves have died on his watch.
Where's this guy at? He's in the water? I guess we could kill him.
I don't know if that's a smart idea, but okay. I feel like that could be dangerous for your dwarves.
It could be. Oh, I don't have this guy. There's a blind cave ogre. I assume these guys are all down in the caves. Not much to worry about there. Okay. I might have to get a squad with, like, bow and arrow?
Bow and arrow. Crossbows.
Crossbows, yes. Do I have any crossbows? That's a good question.
I don't know.
Let's see.
We have 2, 3.
All right. So can I just go ahead and sort of multitask my military with some of these guys having crossbows? So equip.
I guess so, yeah.
And then it would be shift weapon and then a crossbows. Yeah. Okay.
And you took it off. Oh no, you went down. Never mind. Bad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get like my 3 top guys. I don't know if there's a reason they're at the top, but I figure if they have a crossbow, maybe they'll be good at killing the monster.
Yes. Maybe.
We'll have a ranged weapon at least, so they won't be completely useless. I'm going to actually cancel this order. Let them maybe get back to getting their weapons. So they're reverting back to their original jobs, and then they will revert to... Oh, what's this? Probably a mood?
Yep.
Ah, Asmel. Let's follow him and see what he does.
I like that caravan they were just like, we've got all of these ingredients.
Okay, this guy has gone berserk.
Hooray! There he goes.
Can we kill our own guy?
Now he'll do that automatically.
Okay.
Once he anchors enough people.
No, I meant like...
Interrupted by a tanner. Oh, the military? I'm not sure. But he'll just get beaten
we
down
can
by a
have
mob.
them go and bust some ghosts.
He's suffocated.
Oh, he did? Already? Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Hey, go to your announcements, please. Yeah, Moses Burlish Tanner has suffocated.
Maybe that was why he was mad. Can I... So would be that under reports? Can I figure out why he suffocated?
Tanner Moses, yeah. Oh, because he was strangled by a miner.
Fair enough. Don't mess with those guys.
Yeah,
they voted
seriously.
for Trump. They don't even care.
I like that caravan it just brought... They're just like, make these into meals for us. This is your job now, Fortress.
All right, we're going to engrave some memorial slabs. I guess him.
Not memorialized, not memorialized.
How many people did I get killed?
A lot.
There's so many dead people.
You only have a certain number of coffins. And then...
How did this many people... I forget what happened.
I don't know. Well, one guy just strangled to death from a miner.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long of a game. We had a Forgotten Beast. I remember that.
I don't know. You did set a squad after a Forgotten Beast. It did not go well.
Would... what is it called when it's not... Is it a coffin? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
No?
Nope, no. It's a casket. Maybe. Yeah.
I've typed in wood. I don't know why it didn't do anything.
It was in there. It's just you have all the other things that you can make out of wood in the list as well.
Ruck slab, we'll do that. We will engrave as many as we can, because I forgot that was a thing.
I think with some of those might be able to be put into coffins.
Oh, this guy is sketching pictures of a forest, cut gems,
you have
skeletons.
No cut gems somehow.
Oh, I don't think I'm prioritized on my jeweler. Build workshop. I don't have a jeweler's workshop, so that'll be something good to build right here.
You always build a jeweler's workshop. Bill always has a second cup of coffee, you know.
Was that an ad for? Was it an ad for coffee? Where they're like, our coffee's so good you won't need another coffee?
I was quoting Airplane.
Yeah, but they're quoting something.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's weird how some of those jokes aren't still relevant.
It still works though.
It still works. Yeah, because you can tell what they're going for. Let me make sure that I have a gem cut on here. Gem cutting. No, I don't. Oh, I do have one. Okay. He's also brewing though.
You have a lot of brewers.
It's not hauling. I do have a lot of brewers. My best gem cutter is also my brewer. I'll toggle him off of that for now.
Interesting job shift.
Well, I need to get somebody to make this.
I know. I understand why you did it. I'm just saying. The guy's breweries.
Also, we have 20 other. Gems. We're not having thirst problems.
Sorry for adding color commentary. It will not happen again.
Appreciate that. Cancels drink, job item lost or destroyed. I don't know what those job items would be.
It's possibly stuff moving back and forth from the depot.
Yeah, it could be.
You got your coffins built. You can.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Let's go ahead and make them available for burial. BP.
Cut this in half by toggling pet burial and the lazy new pack thing.
I could.
Tip for you at home. That guy's dining room sucks.
It's supposed to be an office. So I don't have okay, we're creating some masterpiece statues. Where's my jeweler at? Come on, guys. Needs gem cutting or gem setting. We committed, right? Come on, jeweler.
You're our man. He is... What is he doing? Current job... Oh, he's in the military.
Crap.
Nope, he's making an iron shield. What? He's also your armorer. That guy had a lot of hats.
Who else is an armorer? We have... I'll put you on armoring. You are in the military. Not so great. How about this?
I like having one armorer because you get...
You're preparing a meal.
Armor.
Okay.
He gets all of the experience.
Construct rock coffin has been completed.
Woo!
Man, the time is just flying by. It's already 30 minutes in.
Isn't that weird how that happens?
It is.
Armor.
Cancels construct rock statue to depressed. Alright, we're gonna build some of these statues.
This isn't what I wanted though. Armor.
Is there a specific... We want our good ones here. I guess we're probably just going to end up doing all of them realistically, so...
To keep up with a high-skill armorsmith, you must employ several full-time haulers to clear out the shop.
Wow! I want a floodgate. Okay, maybe that'll improve somebody's mood a little bit. That'd be nice.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Cook.
Talks about Foley work forever.
I don't have anything. Your fort is too perfect. There's nothing, everything is going the way you want it to. That's the problem. I'm happy for you. I'm not even why am I not winning? It's good. You've designed it beautifully.
This is the best fort I've ever made.
But it's not exciting necessarily.
Yeah, but nothing's happening.
You need to push the envelope.
Yes, that's what I need.
You need to go buy some envelopes.
I can assign a tavern keeper. That's what I can do. Who should be my tavern keeper?
You could send your military off on a raid. That's what you could do. Go raid a
I can
local
make another squad.
dark tower.
Yeah. I could do that. Let's see. I can make another squad and then send the good. Yeah, I can make 2 separate squads. Sigon Oslang Bunk.
Nicely done.
Are
I think I couldn't quite read his name.
Great
The
squad.
roughness of crewing, baby.
Metal armor.
And the brass skunks.
Yes! Alright. So then, how do I do this? Profession, squad. Anyone? Brass skunks. Brass skunky.
You could just highlight a bunch of them.
These! Well, I don't want to just go down the road because I need this guy not in the military. This is my miner. I don't want him in the military.
Oh, I thought you were sorting. So are you sorting by like military prowess or
I'm
hypothetical
sorting by
prowess?
squad now. I don't really care how good they are. They'll get good. But
You could go in the military screen and sort by military skills.
Yeah, but then it's just the same problem in a lot of ways.
I mean, you could still skip over like your miner and stuff.
Listen, I've already started doing it this way, and I'm not stopping.
I don't use the
here's
military
something-
screen enough, is why I'm bringing this up.
I check it out just to see how people are doing, but I can also bring in some petitions. Entertain! Eradicate!
Way back in the early days of us playing this game, you told me about the potential for a vampire to come to the fort, and
Yes.
that, like, occasionally you should check the lifespans of your dwarves to see that you don't have, like, a 500-year-old dwarf, because he's definitely a vampire. And I've never had that happen, as far as I can tell. Or at least
Did people start showing up with drained of blood and dead in their rooms?
No, they didn't.
Oh, I feel sorry for you.
I don't know.
was I
I
just
assume
doing?
they haven't patched it out of the game.
Again, patching it out is such a weird thing to say about Dwarf Fortress. Nope, I've had one somewhat recently. It is not patched out of the game.
This feature has one or more outstanding bugs.
It may have that.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
I'm trying to see. Okay, bugs.
Migrants?
Why is that surprising to you?
I don't know, I thought it was full almost.
Oh, you have a cap
expecting-
set, right? It's like
We
150.
both do for using the thinger, right?
I think we were using the same settings. Yes. According to this, there's a bug that says dwarven vampires remain dependent on alcohol, but will not drink anything except blood in fortress mode, so inevitably end up showing symptoms of alcohol withdrawal. This has not been acknowledged as a bug. That's actually an interesting, like, real life possible consequence, quote unquote real life, of being a vampire. If you're an alcoholic, but you try to drink alcohol and you're like, oh, I can't. And then you just start
That's
having the
like,
DTs.
What they do in the shadows.
Did they
Sort
do
of
that?
happens.
I forget. I forget that movie specifically. It's been a while.
Well,
since I
no,
saw
but they
it.
get into how, I need lye. How do I make lye again? Is that the ashery? Yes. What do you make lye from? What do we think you make lye from?
Fat.
Is that where the tallow comes in?
I want to say.
No,
Wait,
you
no.
make soap
It's
from
a
tallow.
lye is like a.
Ash. Isn't it from ash?
Yeah, it's like. Well, it's an acidic type thing. I think it might come from ash. You're making potash from lye,
I'm not.
or you're making lye from potash.
I'm making lye from ash, I think.
Okay.
Choose soap from tallow. At any point, I just want that to be a perpetual. If there's tallow, make soap. If there is tallow, make soap!
So apparently, a lot
so-
of the bugs associated with vampires are just that, like, they're not great at hiding. Like, so people who shouldn't know that they're vampires will make statues of vampires as artifacts.
Yes, that happens. But they don't tell us that. You have to sort of go poking around. Do you ever toggle this? This is when things really get real.
No, I did not mess with that.
That's when they're like... They're just like, let their clothes on. They're like, all right, we'll slap some armor over it. And when you're sort of, cobbling together their stuff, that's what you stick with. But when you switch it over to... instead of overclothing, replace clothing, they strip naked and then put their stuff on. So if you're missing, like, greaves, they're just walking around buck naked with their dongs hanging out, and they can get very angry at you. But it feels more professional. I don't know if there's any other reason for that.
I was gonna say I can't think of a good reason to do it.
I guess just more... It's just like a final check I do to make sure that they're not being stupid with their...
I thought that it would be
equipment.
nice to have, like, other things underneath your armor so that you're, like, double protected.
Backpack, metal boot. All of these guys, I've got to specify boots. Because they're too stupid to find their boots. Even though it says that the iron high boots are being used.
Oh, by the way, remember last week we had the discussion about boots versus like left and right? The gauntlets are definitely individual left and right.
Yes, I think I remember that.
Well, I just encountered that personally. I still don't know if the boot you assign is 2 boots, but the gauntlet you have to assign.
It does
both
not
the left
say.
and
I
the
think
right.
you have to assign 2 boots, but I think they are not left and right. Whereas,
so you do have to. Okay, well that means all of my dwarves are walking around with 1 boot currently.
well, no. When you're doing it specifically, if you have metal footwear. Okay, yeah. Stupid. Oh, this is so weird. All right, turn off the metal footwear for all of them.
You're at 40 minutes, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to wrap up right this second, but just sort of have a, runway you're aiming at. Coming in,
nothing done. Boots, shoes.
You got all those cages built.
Yes, I did. I want to finish this up because if I don't, I will forget it, and I'll have people walking around with 1 boot on.
Ka-chonk, dunk, ka-chonk, dunk, ka-chonk, dunk, ka-chonk, dunk.
Thank you, Albert, for the
I also do Foley work.
What just happened?
It'd be hilarious if, if all of the sound effects in a movie were just like a guy
terrible.
like the sound with this.
They do that on they have that on Whose Line Is It Anyway? And it is funny. You're right.
You never think about the fact that they have to add in footsteps and stuff, but if you had that's not a very good human footprint.
He's gonna wear an artifact on 1 foot. Woo! Also, do I have a leatherworks? I do.
When somebody opens the door, they're like, which would be better than that one stock sound effect that they used in Myst that ends up in hundreds of movies that I've seen. Maybe not hundreds, but lots and lots of movies have the sound of the door closing, and I'm done with that sound because I
heard it here first, folks.
I listened to it so many times in Myst as a youngin'
with that sound
that it got stamped in my head, and so every time I hear it, I'm like, I know that's not the real sound. I know, in theory, I know that none of these are the real sounds, but that one, I really super know you went to a sound file and pulled it out, and you used the same one that everybody else used.
That's why the Wilhelm scream I hate.
Yeah, but that's a thing, at least, right? You're making the choice of well, there's this long history of the Wilhelm scream. This is just laziness.
I don't know. I mean, yes, I guess, but
I think it probably started with laziness with the Wilhelm scream.
Breastplate, greaves, gauntlet, boot, helm, sword. All right, that's gonna do it for me. Let's see where I wound up. I feel like very little got done.
I've been seeing a lot of cooked meal, excellent spam. So you're up to 14.
I mean, they're cooking away.
I would have thought your 14 guy would have been at least pumping out some masterpieces.
Yeah, well, I got up to 5s and 6s at least, so that's good. I guess. This is a tough challenge, Albert. My dog is a thing. This is green grass. Did you see in the subreddit? Someone had embarked in a desert and was like, I thought an oasis was blooming around my fort, but it turned out it was just a bunch of green vomit up and down the path into his fort.
I didn't get what they were pointing at. I just saw black stuff over the desert. I thought that they had irrigated somehow, and they thought
Nope.
It just didn't do what they wanted to do.
Sort of, in a way,
yes. Okay, I've got the jewelry shop built. I guess I should build a gem stockpile here so that we have everything kind of in one spot. Let's make that for cut gems. So we'll forbid these and these and those and those. And then this will be a gem stockpile for rough gems. No, I want to make it... There we go. Oh, I made it for finished goods instead.
Hey.
Enable. Forbid, 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 forbid.
Do you have it? I mean, I know it's default on, but so I would check to see that the auto gem is on.
It's already queued up a bunch of stuff in the workshop.
Okay.
So it should be.
Cut those gems!
Yeah, for real.
He built the thing.
He did.
This kid's like, I'm going to play in this stockpile. I'm a piece of wood.
Looks like he's a rock of some kind, or possibly
I'm a rock
meal.
of some kind. I think that's his brain imagining things.
Okay.
That's how I always see it, because it's always the same.
Oh, is it always the same?
Either that or every kid likes to pretend they're a rock.
They are dwarves. What is he doing?
He's still making that shield.
How is he still making that? He's not on armoring, right? I took him off of that.
He got the job in his head, and he has to finish it now. Although he didn't read. No, now he's cutting gems.
Is he?
Isn't that...
Cut short old gems. That's what he's supposed to be doing anyway. He's not in the workshop.
Well, he has to go get a gem. You don't have a stockpile yet.
That guy, no, that he didn't move. He's still there. Here he goes, here he goes.
Cut.
I know we have skeleton... Oh, come on.
Yay!
Winter has arrived on the calendar.
Winter has arrived on the calendar.
All right, cut. That was not good enough for that dude, apparently.
I would butcher something also. It's possible.
Yeah, I thought that we had lots and lots of...
Yeah, but I don't know if they like to take out of the refuse piles. I feel like you need fresh bone, I have found. Or he needs more than one gem.
Well, we'll cut more than one gem. I'm just going to check my stockpile, or stocks, I mean. We just cut... Oh, it would be... Is it under gems?
What do you... Yeah, isn't it? Yes.
I don't see any G here.
Oh, it's under rough gems, so it must be cut gems.
Okay.
Or there is a rough gems. So
we have 2 cut gems currently. Shorls.
Sweet victory!
Alright, horseful and bull calf. We'll go ahead and slaughter them too. If we can find them.
What if they're pets? They might be pets. Nope, there's a horseful. 3 up from the bottom.
Yeah, that'll do it. Come on, fort. Come on, cooks. Go, cooks, go.
Go, cooks, go.
Stray dog has been slaughtered.
Did that key him off? Nope.
Nope. Let me go over him again to make sure.
Yeah, I would do that.
Forests, cut gems, skeletons, square blocks.
You don't have any blocks.
Yeah, well, I can get blocks. Actually, I'm not even going to do JMQ. I'm just going to go to a mason's workshop, wherever that is. Not that one. I love how organized everything is now, Joe. Rock blocks. We're going to do that to the promote, and we're going to repeat that for now. Because they're good to have anyway.
They are. Here he goes, cutting the block.
Block.
Unless he probably had a different job in his head before he started.
There's a were-mammoth transformation.
Now this one will be
Masterpiece Buffalo. Here he goes. Yep. And he's begun. Yes.
Oh. Yay!
We've got our first masterpiece cooked meal of the play. Of today, anyway.
Of the play?
Of the playthrough we're doing. I've got my guy's up to 9 now, which is real good.
He is.
I don't think he started at 9. Tell me they didn't start at 9.
He didn't start at 9.
Okay. 1, 2.
I think he was 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need one more cook. Toggling you off brewing, off fish cleaning, off trapping, or off carpentry. I have other carpenters. A few other carpenters, anyway. Who should I have be a cook?
The next guy on the electric gem cutter.
Yeah, I need him. He's got leatherworking. Oh no, he has butchery, which is good, but like not the most important thing right now. Commit. We now have 10 cooks in training. We have 1 level 9. He has created a date palm wood mini forge. She claims it as a family heirloom.
Yeah, keep your stupid easy bake oven.
That might be good for like the kiddos to play with instead of just having to stand there and pretend they're a rock.
Pretending to be.
And masterpiece biscuits.
Are you gonna make me give up my lavish meals, bastard?
I'm gonna make you do anything. Why would I make you do stuff?
I'm going for the W here. I didn't expect you to actually get organized. If you start overtaking me or
just watch. I'll have like a forgotten beast or a were-mammoth or something. Actually, can you have multiple forgotten beasts? Is the fact that I've got the one like giant thing wandering around the cavern, is that sort of potentially protecting me from other stuff coming in?
I want to say no.
Okay. Got a good thing going here, Joe. I'm sort of...
You've turned this fort around.
I'm not in the position you were in where, like, everything is perfectly smooth, but I'm pretty happy that, like, things are not terrible, at least.
Just takes a deep breath and some, like...
Planning?
Patience to actually plan things out.
Now, we are low on beds, so I'm going to go ahead and bed it up.
Bed it up.
That looks like about 30.
I don't know. I have no idea how many down that in. Yeah.
There's our guys sparring around. They've got all their sort of clothes on the floor. Looks like my room.
Yeah, it's weird. Why do they just drop all their jackets?
I don't know. Let's look at what those are. So that's iron breastplate.
Or they drop their iron breastplate.
Iron buckler. Why aren't they wearing these things? Guys.
I don't know.
What are you doing?
That says
they didn't get their crossbows.
Maybe they already have individual melee. Maybe they only will do one?
These guys are low on footwear and handwear.
Always. That does not work. It does not let you just say, wear handwear. I always have to assign handwear and footwear.
I mean, we have some. So, shift up. Exact weapon. Specific weapon. Okay. Oh, they're not listed here either.
Also, a search here would be wonderful. Well, they might be being used.
Okay. Oh, maybe that's my hunters. You're right. Let's forge like 5 iron crossbows.
Iron crossbows.
Maybe we should get like a separate force going for crossbow guys. That'll be our crossbow training room. Oh, this isn't a bedroom either. Wow. And now that I've made those bedrooms, this one needs to be a bedroom. Yep. Oh, that's not what I want. That's good, that's good, that's good. Alright. We're gonna get those beds built. They'll come in and bed it up. That's probably why a lot of these guys were depressed for a while.
Maybe? Hey, Benny.
Oh, Joe Work has ended a mandate. Why does my Joe Work get to be in charge?
Because he's a mayor.
Bim?
He got elected. Bim Tolan got sit.
Shouldn't be allowed to be elected.
You gotta start winding down.
Well, I am happy with where I'm at currently. So yeah, I've got 42 minutes. We've got... Let's do a final check. I've done a bad job at doing this. We're gonna read our guys.
I've done a terrible job at this.
I think you did this time.
This time I did it, yeah.
9, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, and a couple of zeros. If I had this guy, I still wouldn't be winning. But I'm happy. I feel like I've still got a shot, Joe. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm still running.
I'm gonna try and stick to lavish meals, but we'll see how that goes.
The prize. I'm cranking out the ugly old biscuits, which are all down here, by the way. Do we have are we allowed to have barrels in this stockpile? This looks like we can. Raw muscle biscuit. I hope that they cook them. Like, they're not still raw, right?
Hit Q over the stockpile. You're freaking me out. Yes, you have barrels.
I need a bigger stockpile for my food, though. I'm going to finish off with that so we don't end up cluttering our workshops. And we have a... Wait, is that a ghostly? Oh, he's just a bone carver. He's just...
Ghost Logan.
And he has become attached to an iron buckler. Good for him.
He's become an iron buckler.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, if you want to see these a week early, you should check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/humanechoes. We will see you next week with even more awesome Dwarf Fortress stuff.